It was a Friday night when Luis came home and he heard a scream that came from the underground. Then he ran down the stairs to the underground and saw a girl who was being dogged. Luis decided, went to the thief and asked, "What are you doing?" The thieves didn't answer and went directly toward him with the knives in their hands, but Luis dogged the staff and defeated the thieves. At that moment, a great love story began.
This isn't the typical Valentine story. In our case, the moon was in love with a sheep. The moon sent her "I love you" in shooting star, but it wasn't enough for him. He didn't like long-distance relationships, so the sheep became an astronaut and he went to live on the moon.
Two friends were separated by a mountain. One of them starts to rise but falls. Instead of surrendering, he starts to rise. When he reaches the top, he slips, but his friend holds him. The power of the friendship has no limits.
Jane logs in her Facebook account and she sees a beautiful photo of a boy. They start chatting and a few weeks later they decide to meet. During the dinner they fall in love with each other. And years after, they got married and they bought a spectacular house in the forest. Shortly afterwards, their first daughter was born and they became a family.
"7 months ago, he promised that he would be back in February. In 2 days is St. Valentine's Day, our first Valentine together, but he's 700 kilometers far. St. Valentine's Day. Somebody covers my eyes from behind. When I look behind, he's there with a big present and a lot of suitcase. We won't get apart again.
The Ant and the Cicada. Once upon a time, there was an hard-working ant. Every day, the ant went to work early, and she saw her best friend, the cicada. Every day, the cicada invited his friend to go to play, but the ant, sad, kept at working. One day, the ant argued with her parents and then she left home with the cicada because she wanted her biggest dream come true, think opera. Nowadays, the performances of the ant and the violin cicada are very famous around the world.
Love, wanted by many, but found by few. Wanted without really knowing what it is, and found without knowing it. Terrible as a thunder on a dark night, or warm as the sun on a cold winter morning.
Short as a flicker or long as the good stories, high as the heaven or deep as the hell. Love has a lot of faces, but it is love after all, just love.
Come on, skinny love, just last the year. Poor little soul, we were never here. My, 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 my. Staring at the sink of blood and crushed veneer. Tell my love to wreck it all. Get out of the road to let me fall.
With only one sound, your body can change suddenly. Terror runs down your spine, your pupils dilate, your mouth dries, and your muscles get tense ready to flee. Sooner or later, a sob is left out. Do you love me? But sometimes fear runs faster than you because it never rests. And when no sound is released, it finally gets you.
There was me waiting for the train come on when I say her. She was a normal girl, but very special inside. Every day I was with her was the best of my life. I wanted to be with her forever, but that wasn't possible. She didn't want to be with me. She wasn't that girl who I said in the station where I was waiting for my eternal love.
The cactus and a balloon. Once upon a time, there was a cactus in love with a balloon. It was a love and fear sight. The balloon filled with love and the cactus showered it burst on. But the problems arrived very soon. Their love was impossible because they couldn't give each other a gift. They have to make a decision: love each other and kill each other, or love each other and die of sadness. There was only an alternative. They decided to die, but together and hugging each other.
Every morning, 2 7-year-old children were at the bus stop to go to school. They were best friends. They always sat together, and in the evenings they played for hours on end. Eventually, they separated, but they realized that their true love took that bus every morning. Years later, they went to study to the city and to live together. When they finished their studies, they decided to get married. They had a little girl who gradually grew older, just as they who spent together the rest of their lives.
Trying to catch my breath some way, somehow.